A profound conversation over there, and I think something very, very exciting coming to see you in the land very, very soon. But for now, we have to chat about something that is pertinent when it comes to relationships, and we've got the perfect person to do just that.
You hear that music, everything just seems so much more calmer and relaxed. We are in safe hands and we are celebrating because we are celebrating an interracial and intercultural love right here on Expresso today. It's been the theme of the show. And when we consider that these types of relationships have faced social, religious and legislative restrictions in the past, it's good to assess how far have we actually come. And when we talk about the road to acceptance, some people still need to travel on it and find their way amongst the chaos.
Indeed. So, this is what we're going to do today, all right? We're asking, are you dating someone outside of your race or culture? Because clinical psychologist Asha Dullabh is joining us in studio alongside married interracial couple and parents, Aisha and Kevin O'Reilly, on video call to help us discuss this. And we're taking your questions as well, which is so important, as well as comments via Facebook. All you have to do is remember this number, 021 110 5552. So do connect with us and join the conversation. Asha, welcome.
Good morning.
So good to see you, and it's such a pertinent topic to talk about as well.
Yeah.
And we also have our guests via video call, Aisha and Kevin. Hello.
Hi.
Hey guys. Morning.
Morning.
Already just feeling all this energy coming through for the studio. But let's kick it off. And I mean, we're in South Africa, a country of diversity, a country of so many mixed cultures. I do believe we've come a fair way in terms of intercultural and intermixed relationships, but it still seems like there is somewhat of an issue, and some people still have a necessity to feel like, I need a comment to say something about it, or it's not the norm for everybody. Where are we at in the entire situation, and why is it that it's still raising heads for some people?
I think our nation has certainly matured over time. We do get reactions both positively and negatively because people are very much stuck in their conditioned mindset of what they know to be familiar. People like same. Different brings about fear, anxiety, uncertainty. So I think that we need to just embrace the Rainbow Nation concept. But again, also what's important is that we get attached to our labels as human beings, and the labels of our race, our religion, our reputation, our skills. And we don't want to apart from that, and anything that's different shatters us, and we can react, you know, and reaction actually is rooted in fear. And both the oppressed and the oppressor both experiences fear.
Yeah, and it's about understanding as well, and actually just really, knowing that love knows no color, creed, religion, or culture, and that's what we need to focus on. Talking about love, Aisha, hello.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. So I wanted to chat to the O'Reillys about this and start with you, Aisha. How did you two meet and fall in love, and was race ever a factor in your relationship as you guys grew closer together?
Okay. Do you want the long story or the short story?
whichever covers the ground.
Okay, so basically we met in high school, so we are high school sweethearts. Much to my husband's disdain at that label, but it's our story.
Facts are facts.
Yeah, and so that was 17 years ago. We've been together for 17 years. We've known each other for 18, so we were friends first. And we shared a couple of classes, and I always say that we fell in love in art class. And we just, stayed together ever since. We did long distance for 6 years while I went to study in the UK, and Kevin stayed in South Africa. And then about 10 years ago, I moved to South Africa to be with him. So yeah, that's pretty much how we met. For the question about our race and if it was ever a factor, honestly, it dawned on me maybe once or twice that he was a white guy, and almost like what's going to happen, especially in our school, even though it was very diverse, but we didn't really, I don't know, white and black students didn't mix a lot, to be honest, at that point. But we just really clicked, and we just, we fell in love, and I would say that I fell for him really, really hard. And we've after that it was just no issue, no problem, no issues with our family, our friends, none of that. Yeah.
Oh, what a perfect example of what South Africa should be, and I think the rest of the world. If you really think about it, it just comes down to being humans. And look at these two beautiful humans right here discussing all that is love, and it doesn't need to be more complicated than that. And this is what I love. We are going to be continuous conversation. Aisha and Kevin are going to be with us. We're going to be chatting more about the beauty and the love within this couple and everything that they maybe had challenges with getting to this point, of course. And the question is, are you dating someone outside of your race or culture? Well, don't worry. Asha Dullabh, Aisha and Kevin O'Reilly are all here today to help us discuss this topic, so don't go anywhere.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
I'm loving the show. Love is in the air.
It is indeed.
And it's obviously Monday. So we are continuing the conversation and talking relationships. And we're asking you, are you dating someone outside of your race or culture? And we are back with our clinical psychologist, Asha Dullabh, in studio, as well as our married interracial couple and parents, Aisha and Kevin O'Reilly, on video call to unpack this topic. So Mzansi, come weigh in on this conversation. We've got questions, we've got comments, we've got Facebook, we've got all the social media channels, so you can weigh in on this. We want to know what you think. But Kevin, while I still have you on the line, you still with us?
I'm still here, mate.
Kevin, man, earlier we were having a great chat about how you guys met, the start of this love journey. But for me, I want to propose the question to you because, look, it's one thing dating and being involved with someone, but it's another complete different ballgame when you decide to get involved and actually go through with a marriage. Now, marriage comes with a lot of obstacles, a lot of challenges, and a lot of perceptions about what's right, how do I do this? What was the experience like for you? Was it something that you just invited with open arms? Was there a lot of hesitancy and maybe external negativity also impacting that?
It's a great question, and the answer is no. There wasn't any external negative influence on the whole affair. Both sides of the family were very excited about it, and personally, my view was, this is, different, but it's exciting. And because I'm not that familiar with the traditional Tanzanian way of doing things, I was very much led by some very, very close friends of mine who are actually Tanzanian, who assisted me a lot in the process and the negotiations and the dowry and on the day itself. And it was such a fantastic experience because everyone was there for the same reason and the same goal, and that was just to see us happy and for this union to be made official on both days. And so it was everybody coming together for the same thing, and that's what made it really special.
You guys are really special. Can I just say that? You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I think that you're also well framed because your wedding picture's in the background perfectly.
It's there all the time, guys.
Okay, I don't know. That's not.
Promise.
But Asha, just to bring you in here very, very quickly, I look at them and they're like the benchmark.
Yeah,
but I know there are some people who are struggling with outside influences with regard to their relationship. There are people who do struggle, and if you could chat to them sort of directly, they're in love. And you know what? When you are in love and you have a couple, you want people to be proud of the person you're with, along with you. And some people struggle. So what would you say to those type of couples who want to get to, this level?
Yes. I think that the struggle comes from the outside. People just need to embrace the love that they have. Love transcends. You can see this with this beautiful couple here. But also just have the compassion and understanding for those that are not so open to it, or perhaps rigid-minded.
Yes.
Because they too come from a story.
Yeah.
And everyone has a story, and every story has its place.
So true.
And every story has its place. I'm back to this benchmark couple, if we can call you that. Aisha, I wanted to chat to you directly. Being someone that has been involved in a relationship like this, maybe the question to you is, what are some of the, and I'm going to use the polarities of this, what have been some of the opportunities that you've sort of experienced having this beautiful relationship? But at the same time, what have been some of the most difficult things that you've actually had to kind of get through in order to get to this beautiful point in your career and your life? Sorry.
Okay. I think some of the most beautiful experiences on our side, on my side in particular, is the opportunity to have these conversations with people beyond just our, immediate family and immediate friends. Because as Kevin said, everybody on our side is very understanding, very open. Everybody accepted us as a couple. If there was any kind of hesitance on our side, it was more like that we had started our relationship very early. So it was more of a question of how young we were when we fell in love and we got serious about each other, but it was never about race. But being a social media influencer and being online and being in our marriage, that has opened up a lot of opportunities and conversations that I'm able to have with people who aren't necessarily exposed or have the privilege to be friends or family of somebody who's in an interracial marriage or couple. So that's definitely been a huge positive that's come from this. And then from a more negative or challenging point of view, rather, is I think more some of the reactions that we have gotten. Most of them are really positive, and most of them are really encouraging, and we are helping to enlighten some people and maybe change some people's minds and mentalities. On the opposite end, we obviously, as with pretty much, I think, every interracial couple that I have come across, there is still some resistance, and some of it can be more on the negative side, and that's difficult. That is difficult. Most of the time when we're out in public, we're so used to it now. We've been together for a long time. This isn't new to us. So we're used to people in person maybe giving us a look, but it lasts for 2 or 3 seconds, and then we don't have to ever see them again. But being online, it means that there are comments on my content, on videos. I have a YouTube channel. My husband features heavily on that. I have Instagram. So I do have quite a few of those people who want to, as Asha mentioned earlier, make their opinions known. And we also know that it's coming from fear, and it's coming from a lot of ignorance as well, because the people who do end up continuing to follow me, they usually change their minds if they were in that mindset of we're not quite sure that in an interracial couple or marriage can last. So yeah, I think that kind of sums it up. Yeah.
You summed it up beautifully, and I just want to celebrate you for not only a well-framed Zoom, but also for being so happy, so bright. And I know you got 2 gorgeous kids as well, who are just really lucky to have parents like you. So to you, Kevin, and to you, Aisha, thanks a lot for joining us and just sharing. I think you brought a lot of love to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us, guys.
It was a great conversation.
No problem.
I felt so good after this, man. I feel like there's hope in the world, Cole.
There is indeed. Asha, thank you so much for joining us as well.
It's okay.
It's so important to weigh in on topics like these. And remember, I think that the key thing here was love. It was. And that's the only thing that really does matter. Nobody else's opinion can change that. It's your love. It's yours. So just own it and live it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, it's us again. and no, the reason why it's an important conversation about interracial couples, those who are outside of their culture as well, and we continue the conversation. We've kept Asha Dullabh here because she wanted to go home, and we said, no, you must stay. And this is why we needed to if you could take a couple of comments and questions from everybody. Now, we have somebody from Pretoria on the line who'd like to ask you something. Hi, Penny.
Hello, Penny, you there?
Hi, Penny.
Hello.
Hey!
How are you doing this morning?
I'm good, thanks. And yourself?
Awesome.
Fantastic. And I believe you've been weighing in on some of the conversation. You've heard us talk about interracial couples, relationships, and you might have something that you are able to share with us this morning. What's your story?
Yes. This is so exciting because I'm a Tonga girl who's married to a man from Finland.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So is the correct term he's Finnish? Is that correct?
Yes, he's Finnish.
All right. And how did you guys actually even meet and to get to this point in time where I believe you are about to get married, correct?
We are married and we have 2 beautiful children together.
Oh, wow. So what has it been like? I mean, my question to you is, has your relationship been able to focus on purely just love? Or has the interracial aspect of it been a factor and been an influence on your guys' time together as well as with the family?
Families were okay with it, especially from my side. But from his side, his father was not keen at first. He was like, how how can you just go all the way to Africa for a girl?
Well, it's you,
But
Penny.
he eventually came around and accepted our relationship. We got married in 2016.
Ah, awesome.
Yes.
Beautiful.
But society around us, some people were not taking it so well. Some guy also promised to cut me with an axe. One day we were taking a walk down Pretoria.
And,
Oh
and
my
this is
goodness.
something, and I mean, maybe Asha can weigh in on this, because this is something we were chatting about off air, whether or not there is still this negativity. And it, for me, I don't know what your take is on this, Asha, but it feels like many people that have these comments purely have no understanding. There's no education and no real understanding of what love actually is. I don't know what your thought is on that.
I think that there is subtle and gross discrimination that still prevails.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're hearing a lot of positivity, a lot of transcendence. People are transforming, being more open to different relationships,
Yeah.
different mixes. And that speaks volumes for our level of compassion, our empathy, our understanding, our awareness. People are evolving, people are growing, and that's what we are needing. We need to be able to see that there are different realities,
Yeah.
you know, and accept each other where we are at.
Yeah.
That's
I
so
love
true.
that. But again, Penny, if you are or aren't still on the line, I want to thank you for coming through, sharing with us the fact that you are in a beautiful relationship. You are happy. Yes, you went through some obstacles like many couples are going through, but the grass is greener on the other side. It really is like that. Love should not have any boundary. And I think, Penny, you've just proven that on our show. So thank you so much for coming through, sharing your story with us. And I think also just inspiring everybody out there.
How
Yeah.
beautiful, eh? Like Tsonga, Finland, there's such a beautiful combination.
Yeah.
And I know that many people wanted to celebrate, and I think it's important to celebrate your love, and they've said through some comments on the Expresso Facebook page. Thank you for that. Let's take a look at a couple of those and
Yes.
unpack. Let's start with Francis McGregor, 23 years together and still going strong. The love in that picture,
I can
gorgeous.
see it all. And you know what? This is perfect. This is like a celebration. We're getting to celebrate with Mzansi. I'm hoping there's some more couples that we can also talk about right now. I see Gary Orkamp as well. Yeah, he's like a top fan and a family.
He's got the
member of
best
ours.
sunrise photos as well, this guy. Hey.
Gary says, yes, my ex-boyfriend and I were together. Everyone accepted it. Just when we spoke about marriage, he said his family would expect Labola. I was like, what? I like that, but I mean, again, traditions, culture,
Yes.
a part of learning, especially when it comes to South Africa, we need to learn each other's cultures, and that's a beautiful example.
Yeah.
Top
Josephine
fan.
Pickstone, like
Josephine.
another family
Yeah,
member.
that's
Beautiful
it.
family. I'm married to a British man for 23 years, now from the UK. We met in the 90s, got two beautiful teenagers as well. Wow, Josephine, were you hiding this good man all this time? But I'm so, I love this. You see, Leno Wait, Jug Dut also has a story. 37 years together, interracial married couple. It's the love, godly foundation. Amen.
Amen.
Don't you find that to be a common trend, that there is always something that the relationship is based on, whether it's love, a higher power, or divine? It's that bigger picture that makes it work. And then lastly, we got, I think, oh,
That's it. That's
actually
the,
it.
I think what's important is from your side, Asha, just to wrap things up, you know how it is. Society needs to change, and that's going to take a long time. But in the interim, we can't wait for society. So
Yes.
just a quick one, once again, to any couple who is just celebrating love and is getting negativity from every single side, including the immediate family members, what are some of the things that they need to remember?
Live joyfully, live responsibly, and I would say take away 4 words: right, wrong, good or bad, and just embrace life. I think we all want a sense of belonging and a sense of safety, and this need for approval and acceptance is ultimately what every human being wants.
I love that. You are a human being, you are enough, and you deserve love. So go out and find it. Don't look at the color, don't look at the object, just look at the person inside, and that's all you need. Simple as that.